Japan, we don't have this program about manned space program.
Right.
So, but this joining.
That's awesome. I heard that the billionaire want to take Starlink space. Yeah, I met her.
Yeah.
That is
Yes, very.
500. And live there, basically, something like that.
Is it possible?
Of course. For the world, not weather balloon. Weather balloon, including human beings.
Yes, yes.
It's not considered as.
来てない。ちょうど。
大丈夫。
Sorry.
The small satellite companies are now using either American SpaceX or maybe ESA, the area space flights. So these are the challenges that we are facing currently, and Japan is trying to also, encourage their private space sectors. They are also trying to encourage their space sectors to, build their own rockets. So these are one of the examples. What
Okay.
the interstellar guys are doing. They also want to build a small rocket that can be able to take all their small satellites to space. So in the future, if they become successful, then Japan will have their own technology. So
Also-
these are very.
Also, now Japan really don't have its own.
They have the H2A rocket. That normally, before it was used for, we have a different orbit called the geo satellite. They are bigger satellites, That's where they use, and they normally use some of these A2A to also take food and also these supplies to the International Space Station, because they also have their astronauts, right?
The food, what? To do what?
The International Space Station, we have astronauts.
Right.
They have to eat.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's like all the things that makes them feel comfortable, all the things that will help them to survive.
Right. That will be a different
And they
rockets that will take it.
Yes. So we have this human space flight rocket, and we have their cargo rockets too. Right. So these are some of them. Yeah. So now you've seen it yourself how Japanese private space sector is booming. How the government is investing in these kind of technologies, because giving the opportunity for the private space sector will also reduce your burden, right?
What type of burden?
Yeah, because if everything is done by the government, it becomes a challenge, right? But right now, the private space sector, they have new kind of technology they can able to also contribute to the existing technology. Right. Yeah. So in space, the government cannot do it by themselves. Only we need the private sector to also.
So comparing this, the Japanese private space sectors, and do we have something like that in Ghana?
Ghana is what all nations have started, and also what the Ghana Space Science Technology Institute already have. But when it comes to infrastructure, we don't have. Right. We cannot even compare ourselves to the Japanese.
Right.
The Japanese space sector is classified as a major space actor, right? But Ghana, or even the African space, we are still. They have a name that they use for us called emerging space economies.
And what is
that? We are
that?
not emerging, like
Okay.
new space actors. Yeah. So Japan has a very long history. Yeah. Since 1969, they've been able to collaborate with NASA to build their space agency. They have a lot of rockets in space, satellites in space that is helping them in all their activities. I want to show you to our so that you can ask whatever question. So maybe the so you can talk to our team. This is our satellite. Yes. So he saw about Nihonbashi Space Week. So interested. He's from Ghana, and he's the CEO of one of the biggest African media centers in Japan. So I told him about Azure Space, that he should promote our activities, and he saw this Nihonbashi Space Week, and he's here to see what we do. So maybe you can explain. He can speak Japanese, so it's okay.
Doc, thank you.
Yeah.
こんにちは。僕はガーナ出身、日本国籍、ジャフリックラジオっていう日本初のアフリカ在日の、ラジオ局を経営させていただいてるんですね。はい。で、ドッグがテレビで見てガーナの初のスペースちょっと彼がリードしてそのチームをでいろいろ見てですね、すごい興味を持ってでこういうのがあるって聞いて調べてきたんです。あなたはどういう人たちなんですか？もし英語できるんだったら英語でもいいし、そうすると他のアフリカ人も理解できる。片言の英語でもいいです。
We are providing satellite manufacturing and satellite imaging. So if you want to own satellite, so we can provide and make their private satellite.
Oh, you can also help to get a private satellite.
Yeah, you only for you.
Really?
Yes.
So if I want to make a satellite for, let's say, for me to be able to get everything
Yes,
for myself,
yes, that's right.
how much would that cost?
Maybe at minimum, maybe 3 to 5 million dollar.
3000万3億
3億。
Wow.
大体ラフくらい。
Right. So what does your satellite, is this your satellite?
Yes, this is mocked up for our current operating satellite. Called Bruce.
It's called what?
Called Bruce.
Cold Blues.
This satellite name is Bruce. So this is a half model, half size model.
Oh, okay. How big is it for real?
Korea, twice as this model.
So
60 centimeters and 60.
In any region in Africa, like Ghana, for example. Okay, can you try Ghana?
Yes, sir.
We want to see which part of Ghana can able to grow these. So which part of Ghana can, with this your software implementation using satellite products?
Right now, this version does not have all the specific data
Okay.
to answer your
Okay,
needs.
but you can give me any African region that at least you can able to.
Yes, well, we have picky with the rice.
why?
And they considered under their evaluation that it has been a very high quality.
Wow.
And of course, this problem you don't have in Ghana, but in Japan, the population is getting so old. All the farmers cannot.
Yeah.
The young people.
Jafric Radio, your prime vision on airways.
This is Jafric Radio.